if you were to do it all over again, Kellye, would you still choose the route you went as far as doing like ADN before BSN, or would you just go ahead and get your BSN over with? What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aggie, aka Nurse Ags, and today I have a special guest with me. It's my girl Kellye. We used to work at my previous job together back in Atlanta on labor and delivery, and so I wanted to talk to her a little bit about her path to nursing, because she did get her associate's degree in nursing, and now she is doing, she's back in school for her BSN while working as a registered nurse. So I know a couple of y'all out there, y'all are curious as to like know the differences between the two, try to figure out like which would be better for you. So hopefully this video will help you to determine that. I'm gonna pick her brain a little bit, and we're also going to do our makeup together. So hope you like this look. Listen, I figured we might as well do our makeup because I had nowhere to go after this, but she's gonna do some shopping. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you know, I thought it'd be fun to do our makeup, have a little like chit chat, get ready with us. So I hope y'all enjoy it. If you're excited about this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna put her Instagram down in the description box, even though she don't be on social media like that. I'm gonna be really honest with you, but whatever questions y'all have, I'll be sure to like, if I can't answer them personally, I will forward it to her. I promise you I will. And I'll answer. Yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. All right, so we're about to fix our makeup. First of all, tell us a little bit about your nursing career, like a really quick synopsis. What did you do? Because I know before you did nursing, you did something else, correct?
Funeral director.
Funeral director. I forgot about that. That's such a switch from funeral director to L&D nurse. Like, what? That's a whole nother video for another day. So we're not even gonna get into the funeral director.
Right. But yeah, so I was a funeral director for not very long. I did an apprenticeship and worked as a funeral director, but the hours and the stress that it put on me was just too much.
Okay, so you, can I ask you how, when you graduate from college, you're gonna be weird about it?
No.
Okay, so you graduated college. I'm saying, because she looks good. When did you graduate with your bachelor's?
With my bachelor's, I graduated in 2007.
How old were you when you started nursing school?
Probably 24.
It's important to talk about this.
You about to pull my mask?
No, it's important to talk about this because people like, I feel like people like, we give ourselves such a hard time about doing like a career change in our lives. People are like, oh, I should have did this like when I was in college, like the first time around. Like they feel like it's too late, so to speak, to go back to school. But the fact of the matter is, like, if you want to be a nurse, you can be a nurse. That's why they have programs for you out there. For people who have previous careers. Like, I don't know if you know, I actually did a accelerated nursing program because nursing was not my original plan.
What did you do?
Well, that's another story for another day. But I did do an accelerated nursing program, so nursing is my second degree. I did not, this wasn't the plan from the beginning. So.
Did you do it in Atlanta?
I did it in North Carolina. I did it at Chapel Hill. Oh. Tell me how old you were when you went back.
I was 20, because I had to do all my prerequisites too.
Okay.
Like majoring in criminal justice, I didn't have the microbiology and anatomy.
You did that like at a community college?
Okay. So I actually started getting, you know, finding out what I needed while I was at the funeral home, and somehow I was able to work it out where I could work and go to CNA school.
Like, would you recommend for someone who wants to be a nurse to be a CNA?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Okay.
It was very, very helpful to me. Okay. And I worked as a CNA the whole time I was in nursing school. So I packed up and moved back to Charlotte with my parents at 20, or I actually moved in with my sister at 27.
Oh, you're like me then.
See? Look, sisters hold us down.
Okay, sisters are great.
They are. And I had to do about 2 years of prerequisites because, you know, of course,
really?
like with A&P, you have to take one class before another. So it's like,
that's the one annoying thing is like the prerequisites, right? Like you can decide you want to be a nurse today, but it's like you have to do certain things before you can actually apply. Right. And that is the class of prerequisite courses. Right. And not only do you have to take them, but you have to like do well in them. Okay, so let me ask you this. Did you know that you wanted to do the associate's program, or did you consider doing like an accelerated bachelor's program?
I looked into the accelerated bachelor's program, but I think it was more economical. Okay. Because I was able to get in-state tuition, and then working as a CNA, I was able to get tuition reimbursement for nursing school. So basically, the hospital system, if you're anywhere that has a major hospital system, if you can get in any capacity, even like as a sitter or whatnot, then they'll pay for your nursing.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's really excellent.
So yeah, so I basically finished nursing school with no school debt.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And yeah, and it's just I didn't have the money to you know, with the advanced program, you basically either have to take out a loan, which I didn't want to do, or you have to pay out of pocket. And you know, I'm already 27 years old, don't have like any savings, didn't have a backup plan because I thought funeral service was going to be my end all be all.
Right.
So you know, I kind of was starting back fresh. So yeah, I was,
so it made more sense to do that way.
Yeah.
And then, but in the back of your mind, were you like, oh, I can always go back for my bachelor's?
Yeah.
Okay. By the time you started your associate's program, did you know that you could get a job? Like you wouldn't have any problem getting a job? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I kind of knew, but I also knew that since I really couldn't afford to do a bachelor's program, that was my only option.
Okay, because I don't know if you remember how much it costs, but, or how long is the program itself? It's like...
the actual nursing program is 2 years. So
That's actually longer than an accelerated nursing program.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah, accelerated, you can get the degree. But I also didn't want that pressure because I know that it's like you have to. And I'm not gonna lie, I failed the class and had to, I was supposed to graduate in May of 2016, and I didn't graduate until December.
But you graduated though.
Oh, I graduated.
Okay. You were saying it's not really competitive, or?
It's not really competitive because it's an online program. And I think that they're probably able to take larger numbers of students.
How many schools did you apply to?
I'd say 3. I got into all of them.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did get into all of
options.
them. Yeah, but average cost for the bridge programs in North Carolina is $5,000, but our program is $3,500. So I guess.
So how much is the program total?
$3,500.
What? That's a cheap job. Just for reference, I paid about $3,000 per semester for my graduate program. That's for reference.
Were you able to do student?
I paid out of pocket.
Yeah. Well, how much was your accelerated program?
My accelerated program, I think it was $15,000. Yeah. So there you go. There's how much was your ADN program? Do you remember?
No, because
they paid for it.
It was courtesy of Novant Health.
So what's the difference from your understanding between your ADN and your BSN? What's the difference in the programs?
ADN is more clinically focused, and you know, just hearing nurses and nurse managers, they're like, well, you know, we appreciate the fact that some nurses come in with their BSN, but we also really like having the associate degree nurses because your programs focus on the clinical. So when you come in, you're more able to just jump in and do these tasks. You're not we don't write papers in the ADN programs. We're taking exams and we're going to our clinicals and doing, so we're learning the skills of nursing. So it's like we're more prepared to jump, we were more prepared to jump in and, you know, we know how to do this. We were, you know, and that's just what I've heard.
Now that you're going back for your BSN, what classes are you taking? Are they anything clinically related, or is it just like theory and like?
Theory, it's like leadership. It was a blur. It went by so quick, but it's like literally the bridge program is just papers, online exams. We had to update our curriculum vitae.
Y'all heard it here first. You can still go into like a specialty area like labor delivery as an associate prepare nurse. In fact, I didn't realize you don't have on your badge like BSN, ADN, like you have RN, because we're all RNs. And so I didn't realize that a lot of my coworkers have their associates. Even one of our managers, or not managers, but one of our supervisors, she was, she had her associates and she was currently in her BSN program, like the bridge program. So it's very common.
Yeah, I've seen charge nurses who only had their associates, and like this is just in North Carolina.
It might be different at a magnet program though, like or a magnet hospital, right? Because you said that you have to have your, as far as being able to get hired onto the floor, right? I
mean, no, because you think a lot of my peers that graduated at the same time, they're doing residency programs there as well. So let me double back on that. and I think it was more so when my sister was going, they were like, you have to have a BSN.
Okay, but times have changed. Yeah. Maybe now they just want you to eventually get your BSN once you get hired onto the floor.
Yeah, so that's a good thing, like interview. Like, I intend to go back and you know, get it, so, you know, within this time frame.
Yeah, and they'll pay for it too.
Sure will. Not degree.
Not body.
they want everybody
real quick, because Kellye just disclosed some information upon me that I didn't even think about. You don't have to have your bachelor's in nursing to travel either, which is a really good point to mention, because I think a lot of people assume you have to have your BSN.
You do not.
Well then, so there was no agencies that asked you for that, like, or if you're working on it or anything like that?
There may be individual hospitals that may require it, but the agencies do not require it. As soon as you have 2 years. Now, it's important to have 2 years of nursing experience. Yeah. So I see a lot of people in like the groups, you know, oh, I started nursing 6 months ago, or I have a year and a half. You really need to get 2 full years, if not more, depending on your specialty, of experience under your belt. But you do not have to have a BSN.
A BSN, okay. Final point, if you were to do it all over again, Kellye, would you still choose the route you went as far as doing like ADN before BSN, or would you just go ahead and get your BSN over with?
Yes. Because I was able to start working immediately. There's no difference in pay. So it was important for me to, you know, at the age,
we didn't talk about that either. The pay is the same.
Yeah, at the age that I went to school, it was important for me to start making money, because I was 27, 28 years old, working as a CNA. It's not the best pay. So I said, let me, you know, streamline this path, get to the money, and then I can go back and just go to school while I work.
Hold on, we say streamline the path because if you were to do the accelerator program, it could have been potentially shorter though, right?
Right, but just looking at my financial situation,
okay,
I needed to make money.
And let me also kind of like, I guess, put in my perspective, because I did a different route. I did the accelerated BSN program. So my program was 16 months. I didn't have to spend too much time on my prerequisite courses, because I did majority of those the first time around in undergrad, because I already had like, I was already going like the healthcare route. So I had already like done all my prerequisites. So yeah, I did the 16 months program, and then I did pay for that. I actually took out loans for that. That was like $15,000. And then I started working right after that. Whereas Kellye, you did the prerequisite for a year or 2 years?
I did 2 years of prerequisites because I majored in criminal justice, so I did not have any science.
She did 2 years of prerequisites. So if you have like no science background, then expect to do around 2 years of prerequisites. Is that reasonable, you feel like?
Like a year and a half, because you have to take A&P 1 before you can take 2, and micro 1 before 2. So just thinking of the sequential classes, you have to at least do a year if you don't have those with a previous degree.
Right. That makes sense. And then your ADN program was 2 years.
It's 2 years. I did 2.5. But
but traditionally it's 2 years. Yeah. So really it took me a shorter period of time, but it was more financially I guess advantageous and affordable to do the ADN route, because I paid $15,000. She didn't pay that much. She said they paid for her program working as a CNA. Okay, so that's kind of like, you know, a contrast for me and where I was in my life. Whenever I was going back to nursing school, it made more sense for me to go ahead and do my BSN, because I already had my prerequisites. I didn't have any other debt, so I was okay with like going ahead and investing in my degree. So it just made more sense for me to go ahead and do the BSN, but I can see perfectly like why it made sense to go, why she went for her ADN. And that's not something I even knew was an option, if I'm being honest. Like, it wasn't something that I even thought about. In hindsight, I don't know if I would have necessarily done my ADN, but I definitely would have like considered it, you know, as a feasible option. Well, thank you, Kellye, for joining me today. This was a lot of fun. I hope y'all enjoyed the video as well. Look, y'all leave any questions you have for Kellye down below. I will be sure to forward those questions to her. She's a little bit, you know, she's not on social media like that. So I really am happy that she joined me today for this video, because you know, I get questions a lot about, you know, being an ADN or getting your ADN and working in a specialty area like labor and delivery. And so I thought, like, what better person than my friend Kellye to come join me today. Little insider, Kellye used to be my ultimate hair crush at our first job together, because her hair used to always be like so cute and curly. So anywho, all right, so we will close out the video here. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Give the video a thumbs up, comment down below any questions or comments you have for us, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.